Hello to today's cryptocurrency news video, where I'm also going to do a premiere as I normally do when I do these videos at nighttime, my local time. It all depends on where you are. It might be daytime for you. But I mean, it's been really red today, and as you can see here, everything has been pulling back. Everything that has pumped significantly has been pulling back, except for Bitcoin, which is still holding pretty strong. It's not that big of a dip if you think about it, with Bitcoin 11.3% in the last 24 hours. Binance took a big plunge. Polkadot didn't take a very big plunge, only 10%. Cardano, I mean, all of these top ones are holding pretty well, but then we've got some of them which have been absolutely destroyed. Like if we look in the last 24 hours, there are some that have gone up, like Solana, Phantom. But if we look at the worst hit ones, Crypto.com, also Horizon and Icon, like absolutely devastated. Like look at this. This is what happens, right? When pumps are too big, then there's a pullback, and then that pullback can also be fueled by some FUD. And we're going to be talking about that today. And as always, do ask any questions you may have in the live chat. I'll be happy to answer. I'm going to be watching this together with you, so I'll be in the live chat as well. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it. It'll help with the algorithm. But actually, one of the reasons why today's market has crashed is relation to Kraken's malfunction in trade matching engine. And I've actually tweeted this today. I've retweeted it today from this person here, Kevin Liu. He looked at this, and he's basically an analyst, and he had a look at this graph, and he realized this is what happened. So this is partially one of the reasons, right? This is only partially one of the reasons. The other reasons are the FUD news that we've got. So we've got India trying to ban crypto once again. So basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to shut down the centralized exchanges, and they're basically trying to shut down any private cryptocurrency, and they're trying to create their own state-owned currency, just like China. So you know, when the market is red, then you get all these news articles which are all like absolutely negative, even though they were positive before, because basically somebody has probably paid them in order to drop the price, and then they could scoop in lower. Then they can sell when it's high, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I mean, this is what happens in the crypto market, and also in the stock market. There's a lot of manipulation going on by large parties, people with a lot of power, people that can basically pay any media, and they can get an article out straight away. So yeah, this is concerning. But again, I become immune to this because I've been in this since 2017. I've seen this many times. Like in the bear market, this happened a lot more times. And then next we got Nigeria, who are also imposing a crypto ban, and this is on the actual centralized exchanges within Nigeria. So yeah, I mean, have a read of this article. This is on bitcoin.com, by the way. I'm not going to post a link in the description because I had some problems when I've been posting links. I only have links to some referrals for the cryptocurrency exchanges like MXC, Hotbit if you're interested, Binance as well, and also my Telegram group. Do join my Telegram group if you want to keep up to date. The community is chatting quite a lot in there about different cryptocurrencies you may be interested in. We are almost like half of us are probably like Polkadot maximalists, and not just Polkadot, but like Polkadot eco maximalists. So we talk about ChainX, we talk about Fala Network, Darwinia, we talk about Plasm, we talk about Kusama, we talk about everything Polkadot. So do join my Telegram group. Again, the link will be found in the pinned comment of this video actually. And also please be aware of the impersonators that are replying to your comments, which is not me. They're basically posting a phone number asking you to text them. That's not me. I mean, you'll know it's me when you see the bubble around the name, around the channel name, when I reply to your comments. But aside from all the different FUD that we've got, there is something positive. So actually Thailand are targeting Japanese crypto holders to boost their tourism. So what they're doing is in some heavily touristic areas within Thailand, what they're doing is they're creating these they're creating these methods, these hotspots where you can pay with crypto, and it's mostly aimed at Japanese crypto holders. So that means they're going to focus on those areas where the Japanese tourists tend to go to. So it's quite interesting, the fact that they're trying to recover from COVID while targeting crypto holders. So I do wonder if we're going to see more countries. Like Spain has been heavily hit as well, Italy have been heavily hit, US has been heavily hit, right? But I mean, in Europe, Spain and Italy have been the worst hit initially, and they didn't think about anything like that, right, to target. In fact, they were just trying to be stricter and say, make sure you pay your taxes because we're going to check up on you. So, you know, it's like all they care about is the taxes, but they don't want to look at digital currencies as a way to innovate and as a way to attract, you know, to attract investment. I mean, hitting people with the hammer is not going to attract investment. And well done to Thailand for actually trying to tackle that and to actually find a way which is innovative and not only futuristic, because you know, you want to see this kind of scenario where anywhere you go, you have the option to pay with crypto. Eventually, I guess we're going to get there. You're going to go to a supermarket, you're shopping, and you're going to be able to pay with crypto directly. And I'm not talking about crypto cards like Binance Card or Swipe or Crypto.com and all that. No, I'm talking about being able to pay using your crypto wallet and just making a transfer, like scanning that QR code on the device and then making that transfer. So that's what they're doing in Thailand, basically, to attract the Japanese tourists. Now, the next thing I want to talk about to move on from the news here is in relation to the ChainX project, the PCX token or the PCX coin. I mean, it has plunged significantly. It actually had a low of $8 today, but it's not because of it's basically the market. It's nothing to do with the fact, aside from the fact that it's on a downtrend, it's also to do with the market. So the market dumping has fueled this drop here, because as you can see, it wasn't that bad. Like, it's been pretty slow, pretty steady, like going down but steadily, whereas with today's market crash, you know, it had a sudden plunge here. So these are probably bots that were selling. So yeah, I mean, could we potentially go even below 8? Yeah, but there was a bit of support there. So like I was saying, 8 is acting as support, as it was resistance in the past. When we tried to break out, when we tried to make that new all-time high here, we had some resistance at $8. Look, this was the first resistance that we had here, and then we had a bit more when we were trying to climb up, right, until we broke it, until we broke out of that trend, until there was a lot of buying power. So again, this is how it works, right? This is how it works, and we're gonna have to see. I mean, we really need some catalyst to drive the price back up now, or for Kusama to just say, starting from next week, we're going to start the parachain auctions. And if they do that, then there's going to be a lot of hype for PCX2, because everybody knows by now, whoever's in the ChainX community knows that they're going to get the airdrop from Sherpa X, which is KSX. And in order to get that airdrop, by the way, you're going to have to access another web wallet, which the team are going to announce on their Telegram channel or probably on Twitter too, and then use your mnemonic phrase, which is the 12-word passphrase, in order to unlock your new wallet from Sherpa X, and then you're going to see your airdrop there. So it's going to be exactly the same. The whole point is for you to have that wallet written down and saved somewhere, because if you lose access to that, you lose your coins, right? And of course, you're not going to get an airdrop. So that's just something to keep in mind, that there is going to be another website, another web wallet where they're going to manage the airdrop. It's not going to be under Kusama as I initially thought. It's going to have its own live network as well. So Sherpa X will have its own live network once it bonds to Kusama as a parachain. So that's just some new info that I've been told. Now, to move on from the price here and just talk a bit about the projects on Polkadot. So what I normally do, like, and this is probably to more to help you with your research when you want to research on all these different projects from the Polkadot ecosystem. Again, just to remind you that on PolkaProject, not everything you see here is actually building on Polkadot. Some of these are working closely to Polkadot, and some of them are working far off from Polkadot but are using Substrate in some way, right? In some way. Not all of them are. So as you can see here, a lot of them are like smart contracts, substrate based, smart contracts, right? So not all of them are substrate based. And I like to check all these different tabs from time to time, because you get to see new projects listing here. But again, you know, Plasm is a giant, Akala is a giant, Edgeware. I've covered all three of these. I mean, these are the ones to keep your eyes on. Moonbeam, even better. Of course, I do prefer Akala more, but Akala are more focused on DeFi more than smart contracts. I would say Moonbeam are probably going to be the leader together with Plasm when it comes to smart contracts. So it's just something to understand here. Again, Kulupu are also working with smart contracts, but Nobody wants to buy Colupu right now because the miners are just dumping on the investors, and the team are not looking at new exchange listings because they don't have the funding. And even though the lead developer is very good, it doesn't matter because the community is not motivated to invest in something that's just going to dump in price. It's like wanting to lose your money, right? Who wants that? Everyone wants to get in with the hope that the price is going to do well. And if you as a lead developer didn't set funding aside to try and get some exchange listings to support that kind of pressure that you're going to get from miners, then you know, it is what it is. It's gonna be a struggle for them unless they have some side funding. Clover Finance is another one I'm bullish on. When we look at the Oracle tab here, I mean, in the Oracle one, we've got some new projects here that have popped up, like Paralink. I've spoken about in the news videos that I've done, because I've noticed that Paralink are now connecting to all these different projects that are wanting to become parachains on Polkadot. I can't remember off the top of my head now, but they are linking to a number of these projects. So they're basically going to provide data, real-time data for all these different applications. But their main focus is mostly for DeFi applications. So another one to keep your eye on, Paralink for sure. Kylie Network, again, I used to be very bullish on this. Like, I'm not sure what to say anymore. I'll have to see how they perform. It's just that, you know, with all the FUD that we've seen before in the past, you know, with MantraDAO and Orfuel, Rio DeFi and Polkastarter, I just don't know. I know that Polkastarter has made people a lot of money, but I mean, just seeing all these guys working together, and we know that MantraDAO had a shady past, you know, I'm just a bit concerned about Kylie Network. I don't know if it's something I should trust. I don't know. I'm personally not too keen on it at the moment, so I have my eyes on it. I'm checking to see how they progress. They'll possibly do well, right? But personally, I am looking at other options. NFTs, like, so if we look at NFTs here, there's a Polkadot NFT, Dego Finance, and Chads. So Chads is, the way I see this one is like trying to copy Dogecoin, except it's on Polkadot. I mean, someone in my community told me about this, and I had a look at it. I think I had a look at it before, and then someone in my community raised it, and I had a deeper look. I looked at their website, and it's just funny. Like, they're just trying to. They are an NFT as well, but I mean, it's just a meme. It's just a meme. And I understand that people are hyped about Doge and because of Elon Musk shilling it on Twitter, but Elon Musk is not going to shill Chads. So unless Chads have something interesting, they're saying that they're a deflationary meme. So unless they've got something interesting to bring to the table, then I just don't see people really using it. And this one, Dego Finance. What are you trying to say here? Like Lego Finance? Except it's Dego Finance or Dego Finance. I'm not sure. And then the bridge here. So there's a new one, a new kid on the block here. He's trying to bridge between crypto and Diem, but it doesn't have anything related to Polkadot here. So why did they list here on PolkaProject? And that's what I don't understand. Ren, I know, are a competitor to ChainX. Snowfork as well, they're bridging Ethereum to Polkadot. Interlay, again, they're bridging Bitcoin to Polkadot, but they don't have a token. So pretty much I would say ChainX with Ren are in competition the most, because they're both going to be integrated into Akala network on the DApp, where I've showed you. One of them is going to be called Ren BTC and ChainX is going to be called XBTC, or I should say the Bitcoin version, like the pegged token. The pegged Bitcoin token that ChainX is creating is called XBTC, and the pegged token that Ren is creating is going to be called Ren BTC. These are pegged to Bitcoin on a 1-to-1 ratio, provided there's sufficient liquidity. And here's where the liquidity is important and why we need Akala network as a DeFi, not only for collaterals to take loans, but also for liquidity, because when you want to take a loan, you need to have that liquidity there. So hence why liquidity providers are receiving a lot more money or a lot of earnings, because they're basically getting a high yield on their liquidity providing, right? So you're providing liquidity, you get the yield. So that's why they're so hyped right now with Ethereum, right? But the fees are just insane. So I'm hoping that once Akala goes live later this year, we're very likely going to see a lot of hype with that, and a lot of people will be supplying liquidity on Akala, seeing as the fees are low, seeing as they can claim their returns on their investment, or because you're basically like investing, but you're supplying liquidity instead of staking. So you can actually claim that return, that earn that you're getting, the gain that you're getting, and the fees that you're paying are minimal. So we're talking like 10 cents, 20 cents, maybe 50 cents, but nowhere near the $100 that you have to pay on Ethereum. So yeah, and I know you'll probably say that Binance Smart Chain are also cheap. So yeah, of course, people are going to be using that. But once Polkadot's ecosystem is starting to mature, I think that a lot of people are going to move over to Polkadot and probably use Binance as well. With Theta, we've got again cross network, which I'm personally bullish on. Now Polkadot, or not Polkadot, ChainX are not going to use cross network for data storage technology, but they're going to use Filecoin, which is the biggest data storage technology. They've announced that on Reddit. I think it was announced on their Twitter page, like this was like a long time ago. But I saw the article. Like if you search for ChainX on Reddit, you'll see that they've built a partnership with Filecoin. And then again with DeFi, there's just a lot of them. There's just a lot of them. Look at this. The list is growing. The list is growing. So yeah, and privacy. Raise network. That's a new one. I didn't hear about this one. Manta network. I have been told about this one. It's something that I'm gonna need to research. But what's interesting here is that just by going to these different tabs, you can get to see a summary. So like if you click on this here, see, it summarizes what it's about. So without even going to the website, you can summarize this, and then you could see, okay, exchanges like privacy, interoperability, and usability, which trickles down into many other issues. Manta Network solves those problems as an interoperable and privacy-preserving decentralized exchange. It means privacy-preserving versions of tokens corresponding to the original token, which can be used on the Manta Network. All transactions are kept private by leveraging the ZK snarks on-chain. Manta Network is built on Substrate. Okay, so yeah, I mean, at least it's legit, right? I mean, they're building on Substrate. But some of them are deployed on here on PolkaProject, saying that they're building on Polkadot, but they're not actually building on Substrate. They're planning to build, right, in the future. So they're giving you that promise. They're trying to hype it up on PolkaProject for you to get in. And then maybe it's not even they're gonna change their mind. They could just change their mind, right? Whereas if they're already building on Substrate, it's highly unlikely that they're gonna change their mind. So that's why I'm very keen on paying close attention to the ones that have Substrate based, because then it gives them more credibility. You see, like Phala Network is under Substrate based as well, which we know is credible. We've got Zero Chain here, Layer X. So yeah. Anything that's Substrate based is something that you should keep an eye on, in my opinion. And then we've got the different exchanges here: Polka Bridge, Polka Switch, Zenlink again, which is going to be the DEX protocol, PolkaSwap, which I've done a tutorial on their testnet. I've actually showed you how you can supply liquidity on PolkaSwap as well in that tutorial, so do check it out. But yeah, overall, I mean, this is how it is. This is how it is. We've got gaming here as well. We've got Internet of Things, the futuristic robonomics, and so on. So yeah, this is pretty much it from today's video. There isn't much to add here. Just to quickly talk about the markets, to quickly look at the FUD articles, and the interesting article from Thailand, of course, trying to attract Japanese investors. But and just this quick look at the PolkaProject, to kind of talk about the different tabs. I have done a dedicated review on PolkaProject, so do check that out if you're interested. But this is pretty much it from today's video. I'm probably going to do a review tomorrow, and I'll be uploading that review, so do check that out instead of a premiere. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.